What's up, incredible soul? All glory, honor, and thanks belong to God Almighty and His Son Jesus Christ for uniting us here together, me and you, my friend, to react to these videos that we shall be seeing here, with our mission of spreading love, peace, honesty, and forgiveness to all earthlings across the whole world. I am Y311H, straight out of Africa, with lots of good vibes. Hit the like button, tell us where you're watching from, and let's dive in. Good vibes all the way.
Can't tell me this isn't a fucking mermaid tail.
I'm not gonna lie, it smells.
It does.
It smells.
You can definitely smell it.
To that end, it smells. What is this fucking thing?
I mean, that ain't a fucking mermaid tail.
What kind of vertebrae does a whale have?
My friend, look at. Do you think that's a mermaid or what creature is that?
Floor. Authorities say you can pass a thin cloth or paper through the space and prove that it's not rusting. And they used to do it before, but now people are forbidden from going near the pillar. But let me zoom in, and you can clearly see that one of the corners is just hanging in the air. And this pillar is huge. Archaeologists say this is monolithic, a single giant block of granite standing 42 feet tall, about 3.5 feet wide, and must weigh about 45 tons. Archaeologists confirm that this is not a recent structure. It is, in fact, ancient. How was it erected? How was it made to just balance like this with no support? And most importantly, how was it still standing after so many centuries? To make it balance like this, the builders must have had an insane ability to precisely calculate the center of gravity. There's no way they can create such a miracle without a scientific understanding of the center of gravity. But is there any evidence in this temple itself to prove that ancient builders understood gravity? There is something very strange and secretive about this temple. In 1926, not only did Indian leaders like Gandhi and Nehru visited this temple, but Pakistan's first Prime Minister, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, also visited this temple. Why would a Muslim who does not believe in idol worship visit this temple? He did not come to worship, but he was interested in watching a strange scientific phenomenon associated with this carving. This particular idol, called Mohini, was removed from the top and brought down for a strange demonstration to these leaders. You can immediately see that her posture is different. She seems to be standing like...
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put 4 magnets, stick them on this steel surface so they won't move, with all of them with north facing up. And then I'm going to put 2 magnets at the end of my battery here with, say, north, south, south, north. So these 2 norths will be repelled up by the magnets beneath it, and it's... Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't put it on a steel surface. Okay, we have our 4 magnets here, and can we float it? There you go. It's... Why is it so hard to balance magnets on magnets? Oh, I'm gonna use my lithium-ion batteries that can do over 10 amps. Here we are. Now turn. There you go. It's turning. Finally!
Oh, did you know that is possible? Some good vibes guy here came to feed the elephants some milk. This is interesting. The elephants looks thirsty. My friend also pass me some water. And the mother there is very happy to see their cow being fed by good vibes humans. This is just wonderful. Oh wow, this is interesting. Good people of Earth, you should always treat animals and everything around you with love and caring. Oh wow. This one can drink a whole bottle. It looks pretty thirsty. Wow. This is interesting. Yeah, yes, thank you. Interesting stuff across the whole world. Oh, this is just wonderful to watch, my friends, isn't it? You see this good vibes guy here looks like someone's father from this side of the world. It is almost even my friend's father, almost.
So this is a farm stall selling salt crystals along the Namibian roads. As you can see, there's a little money box there. So it works on an honesty policy. Here's the prices: 200, 150, 100. So you take a crystal and then you just put the money in the bottles. So this is on the main road, guys. I mean, this is now what you call an honest country. And these little stalls are dotted all along this route, and beautiful salt crystals. That beautiful pink.
Wow, my friend. How could you call that? It's very scary.
Guys, there's this new monument in town. I'm so curious about it. It's an obelisk tower or monument, also found in other parts of the world: Washington, Vatican, and Paris. Guys, if you know any meaning about this tower, please let me know. It's located in railways or facility roundabout.
Do you have one from where you come from? What does it mean?
To gain access to the defendant's Wi-Fi passcode?
That's right, Your Honor.
Please tell us what's going on with that.
Well, I've been living across the hallway from Jennifer for about 2 years now.
Okay, when you say live across the hallway, is this I'm assuming this is like an apartment or a condo?
Condo.
Okay, all right. Please continue.
And I've been happily using her internet signal without any problems. And up until recently, I come to find out there was a password put on it, and I went across the hall to ask Jennifer nicely several times for the password, but she keeps on refusing.
Okay, let me ask you. So you've been using her Wi-Fi passcode?
No,
how long? For how long?
Wi-Fi for 2 years.
For the past 2 years? Okay. Did she know that you were using her password?
I just thought she did because, especially at the point where I asked for the password. But
No, sir. What I'm asking you is prior to you asking for the password itself, the Wi-Fi password, did she have knowledge that you were using it? Did you tell her, oh, by the way, I'm going to be using your...
I didn't say anything, no.
You never said anything. Okay, let me ask you this. How did you know that it was her password, Wi-Fi password that you were using? I mean, her Wi-Fi that you were using, sir?
The name of the network was Everett Wi-Fi. So,
and she lives across the hall, and you put two and two together. Ma'am, were you aware that he was using your Wi-Fi?
No, Your Honor. I only became aware that someone was using my Wi-Fi when the bills started going up exponentially.
Okay. And when he came to you and says, I need your Wi-Fi password, how did you react or respond to that?
I politely told him that I could not give that to him because it was getting too high and getting out of my price range. I started my bill at about $100 a month, which I thought was fairly reasonable. And then it skyrocketed to $150 a month.
Okay. Mr. Khan, did she tell you about the cost of her Wi-Fi bill?
Yes.
Since you wanted to use it, did you offer to maybe pay for it or pay a fraction of it? Did you, any of that?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, when she blasts her music and I hear it across the hallway and I have to be subjected to it, to me, that's payment enough.
Okay, I understand that. But sir, when Miss Everett told you how much her bill was, did you say, I understand, I will pay your Wi-Fi bill, or I'm willing, since I'm using it, I'm willing to pay a fraction of it? That would be a yes or no question, sir.
No.
No, and why not?
Well, I just figured, if I have to hear her music, and it drifts across the hall, it's kind of like the radio, the signal. The airwaves belong to the people.
The airways belong to the people, so you're entitled to the airway of her Wi-Fi coming from her home. Okay, are you aware of the fact that in order for her music to work, that she probably has to use some type of electricity to operate whatever device she's using to allow that music to play? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Are you aware of the fact that there's probably that same electricity that's being used to put her Wi-Fi system into the waves, as you put it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you paying for the electricity inside of her home?
No.
So how are you entitled to anything that's coming from her residence if you're not paying for anything? I'm confused on that.
Well, the radio signal from the router comes across the hallway. It's already there.
But you're not paying for the electricity that allows her to use whatever system she's using to make that music possible. You're just benefiting from it.
Well, I don't benefit from the music, but that's another story.
Okay.
My friends, different humans live differently across the whole world.
We've got a pet spider, and he takes a shower.
Oh my god, that looks wonderful, you see?
I have a word with you, wife. As you wish, but look not upon her with lust, and do not send her friendly emails. That's how it begins.
Homer is suffering from what's called Jerusalem syndrome.
Ah, yes, Jerusalem syndrome, the name given to religious delusions or psychoses that occur when people visit Jerusalem.
Have you ever noticed that Dad always gets the disease they write about in the in-flight magazine?
Oh my God, Homer's gone! Oh, what's he gonna do now? Dad said he was going to unite all faiths. And only one site is sacred to Muslims, Christians, and Jews. The Dome of the Rock.
Dome of the Rock? Messiah way! This one says Carolina Panthers. Messiah says row.
Okay, besede. Okay, everybody, come on.
Woman, I am the chosen one who shall unite all the faiths of the Holy Land. I am the Messiah!
Mitzvah.
Muslims and Jews, I have come to gather you into a new faith. From now on, you shall be called Chrismu Jews.
Ready to go all the way, but I'm a little nervous.
Bart, don't be nervous. Sex on prom night is as American as our 51st state, Saudi Israelia.
Jenna, that's not what I meant.
Homer, my friend, of all the false messiahs today, I think you came closest to the truth.
Well, if I made any sense today, it's because all the stuff you've told me all these years has finally seeped in. Can I buy you a $12 turkey sandwich?
I'd like that.
Ah, interesting. Look at this. Oh, What is happening? Good vibes guy here came to change the light of across the street. You see? And people are happy to see him, or came to celebrate him. What's going on here? Interesting nothing. Is that normal or what's up? No, humans are just interesting, my friends.
This particular variety of dragon fruit is protected by really sharp, long spines. You can't just pick it, twist it off. But I've got this cool trick. Watch this. All you have to do is use a dustpan brush and just dust them off. Because when the dragon fruit is ripe, unlike the green ones, the spines just brush off. Makes it so much easier to remove. And just make sure you've brushed them all off. Otherwise, you'll be in for a nasty surprise. And when you've done that, you can either twist them off and they just come away, or you can use some secateurs and clip them off from where it attaches to the vine. Simple as that.
How'd it go?
No. Those fruits, do you know about them? 13-year-old human boy performs human levitation trick. Oh, my friends, is this a trick or what's happening? Oh, it's like brother man here is using the... Oh, this is crazy. Is this telekinesis or what do you call this? How are these people doing this? Watch careful. How does the human body levitate in the air? In fact, there is a way when you learn. No matter walking on the road with friends out to play, you can give them a show. Friends must be stunned. This is definitely not special effects. This body personality. This guy you can usually shake around, proving that there is no support of anything around. There are no guns and hidden weapons. Next realization of body. Swing your hands directly into the air and take off the feet. How is this possible? And you do that. If you want to run fast, always keep it up to speed with these videos, my friend. You see, you might run a thing or two, but it's for entertainment purposes, most of. Then these good vibes children here were out there in the woods praying when they came across this creature. Wow, my friends, are you seeing this creature? Whoa, this is very scary for the kids. Even for big people like myself, out there, I come across stuff like this one. Oh, at first you'd first wonder, oh, what is this? You see? Look at its movement. Oh my God. This thing is jumping like a whole many feet meters at once. How is this possible? These are very weird stuff. How comes I never thought about stuff like this? Look, just look at how it jumps. What type of legs and muscles does this one have? That one is weird. Do you know of such creatures, my friend?
No one's ever talked about this one. In 2017, a team of Russian scientists went to southern Italy with the express purpose of sending messages to shamans in the past. These stone structures are known as nurage. It's widely accepted that these were used by local shamans. The Russian team used a special device known as a Kozyrev mirror, and they had their meditators focus on sending pictograms to the past within the nurage. And later those same pictograms were found in the rock art from the local museum. So did the Russians find a way to link the past and the present?
Oh, did you know that? New stuff every day here. And weird stuff in other places. Look at this. Oh, My God, this UFO stuff, they are really mind-blowing. But what is that? Some floating metal? Huh. You see the effect that this stuff here has? I bet maybe it is used in those gas lighters or something like that. You see? If you look at this is incredible. You can pass the shock from that through a line that you just draw on a paper using a pencil. You see? Looks like the line made from graphite can pass electricity. Oh, that is interesting. Oh, science is definitely interesting. Mind-blowing stuff. Look at this. And even on a broken line, it still can do that. Oh, did you know that is possible?
Did you guys ever see this video from the eclipse? I did. And I thought it was fake. Until I captured something last night when I was filming the moon with my Nikon camera. Check it out. This is literally my Nikon P1000 footage from last night. I don't know if you guys see it there, but I see something there. And it's not a bird, and it's not a bat, because it would be way out of focus. So I'm not saying it's a dragon, but I have discovered things this past year that blow my mind almost every day. So really, this wouldn't surprise me. Because if you watch again, that's clearly in focus, and I don't think it's a bird. And I don't think it's a plane. And I don't think it's a bat. So what else does that leave? I don't know. Maybe you should tell me in the comments what you think. And obviously this was just for entertainment purposes. Yeah, of course that's a bird or a bat or a plane. Yeah, of course. Entertainment purposes only.
Good one.
What if I told you that I know exactly what the Grand Canyon is? Would you believe me? And I know exactly why it looks like petrified flesh and has all the signs of petrified living tissue. And then I showed you what the veins of a bat's wing looks like and what the Grand Canyon looks like. And then I remind you, or tell you for the very first time, if you haven't seen my dragon video, what I found right near that area. Look at this outlined in red wing, torso, and head, even down to its molars and jagged teeth. There's a dragon there, and the Grand Canyon is that dragon's petrified veins. Try to tell me I'm wrong. Try. Now, to the uninitiated to my dragon post, go check it out, but quick recap. Here is the whole dragon in red. I outlined it in blue. What I found later is the wing actually comes up and around. The head, here's the head. They even call the mouth the Black Dragon Reservoir and Black Dragon Trailhead or Canyon. There is a dragon there, and the entire Grand Canyon is its petrified vein. And just so you can see the comparisons again. And yeah, the Grand Canyon, you can't explore all of it, just like you can't explore Antarctica, because there's all sorts of hidden things there that they don't want you to know about, cultures that existed there that they don't want you to know existed there. But the bigger secret, the biggest secret of the Grand Canyon is what it actually is. And you try to tell me that's not the head of a giant dragon, and that you're not looking at its neck, and that this entire thing here is in its wing and its veins. Try to tell me. Try. Oh, and of course, I'm just joking. This is all for entertainment purposes, just like to make you guys laugh.
Oh, my friends, hit the like button.
I was taught in school that this doesn't exist, but well, there it is. And unlike some of the things I was taught in school, I actually use this every day. And yeah, I'm going to show you how, but first, this is considered the most uncontacted tribe in the Amazon. And I want to tell you about how I use this really cool thing that they're doing in this picture. Here's a closer look. it's thought that they haven't even had contact with other indigenous tribes for hundreds of years at least. And Westerners who have tried to contact them get quickly unalived. But see, I was taught in school that most indigenous peoples lived as savages, as hunter-gatherers, didn't have any kind of agriculture. But what I see looks like different ages of forest clearings where they're clearly cultivating some kind of crops. And now finally we have all these scientific studies showing that yes, the Americas, for example, were giant anthropogenic food forest systems before the colonial period. But this way of gardening was so easy and so casual that the first Europeans who saw it showed up and they were like, this is wild nature. And the indigenous people were like, you mean our gardens? And the Europeans were like, no, this is wild nature. See, what we know today is that these were really great systems for growing a lot of food on a very little amount of work. Since they weren't slaving away all day, the Europeans thought that they weren't even gardening. And the key to making that work was this, or this, or this, or yeah, this or this. The edge effect, gardening at the edge of natural ecosystems. See, natural ecosystems spontaneously grow soil, grow fertility, and repair biodiversity. So when we garden at the edge of natural ecosystems, we have a biological battery that repairs our soil, repairs fertility, protects the garden from pest, disease, and weed issues. I use that same concept to design ecosystems that just produce tons of strawberries with very little work. I grow garlic, asparagus, and all sorts of other fruits and vegetables in that same way through these designed edge ecosystems.
Wow, that's some interesting way of gardening. The snake today here decided to use the rope to climb. How? Oh my god, what's up? 12-hour special camera at the River of Death feels like using this guy. This is crazy. 12 hours camera. Camera was set up on some place there at the River of Death. I don't know where that river is, my friend. And this is what was recorded there. Some creature can be seen coming out of the water. Yeah, very, very strange creature. My god. Which one is this? Oh. Where did it come from? My god. Or this one is a person. Wait. Oh. Wow. What is going on? Good people over. Wait. Wow. Are you seeing this? This woman or creature just came out of the water. My friends, is this a ghost here that was recorded with the camera?
Tree, you need to run
or
UFOs
that live in the water?
So this thing is called the Hyperion tree, and it's in your best interest to stay away from it.
Imagine going swimming out there and then you come across that kid.
If you're caught doing so, you might face 6 months of jail time, including a $5,000 fine. Basically, the Hyperion tree is a redwood tree in California, and only a few people are allowed to know its actual location. And the reason for this is because the Hyperion tree happens to be the tallest tree in the entire world. It stands at a whopping 400 feet tall. For scale, that's 100 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty. Not to mention, the tree is almost 800 years old. So, because of its status and the delicate environment surrounding the tree, it is forbidden to go near it. But regardless of these laws, people still set out to go try and find the tree. Sometimes these people get caught, but funny enough, most of the time, these groups can't even find the tree. This shows that the location of the Hyperion tree is a well-kept secret, and that is for good reason.
This little yard definitely qualifies as the smallest job we have ever done with the goats. I even asked the homeowner, I said, hey, why don't you just take a weed whacker and just mow this all down real quick? And her response to me was this. She said, I'm a single mom with kids, I work long hours, and I don't want to have to come home and have to do this after a long day's work. And the kids and I would just love to have goats here for a day. And that's really a very common response from my customers. I generally ask all of them, well, why wouldn't you just take a lawnmower to it or a weed whacker to it? And generally they tell me the same thing. We just would love to have the goats here. It's more natural. We're not gas-powered, loud stuff, and it's definitely not poison. And I can't argue with that. They're so right. Even though it's a small yard, the before and afters are awesome. Look at that. Look what a great job the goats did. We dropped off 20 or 30 of them in the morning, came back in the afternoon. They did an amazing job and the customer was happy.
Wonderful. So thank you very much for watching up to this far. See, that video is just incredible. With some humans showing us how they collaborated with animals to do a task and everybody was happy. You see, that is wonderful, my friends. That means if we take good care of these animals that we see around us and everything, we could have a happy world. Everyone could be happy, you see. Thanks for watching up to this far. Respect. Till next time, I have been widely on 1H, and thanks to God for enabling us to reach this point. Till next time, bye bye. I wish you blessings and love.